Welcome back to Unknown and Talented. My name is Jelan Abrams, and my mom wanted a message to be sent out to the podcast. So we actually do have a YouTube channel as well. If you search Unknown and Talented, Jelan Abrams or Jelan Abrams, Unknown and Talented, you'll find my YouTube channel, and that's where we actually show the visual podcast. My mom said she didn't know, so a lot of people probably didn't know. So if you didn't know, thank my mom, and now you know we have a visual podcast as well. Right now, I'm not feeling the best. I got a little sick. I don't know if by y'all, it's supposed to be springtime, and it's getting cold. The weather is not really moving how it's supposed to. It's freezing one day, it's hot another day, and nobody really knows what to do in that situation. You kind of just like in limbo of what to wear because you ain't trying to get sick. And I got caught out here. I got sick, and I didn't feel like doing nothing. I didn't feel like recording this podcast. I didn't feel like going to work. I just felt like being home, chilling in my comforters, and that's it. And, that's cool. You're sick, but at the end of the day, I know I have, things to do. Like, I can't take all my PTO. I want to make sure I'm helping y'all each week. So I kind of have to force myself to do that, to do these things that, that I signed up for ahead of time. And I feel like a lot of people, like in that sick state that I didn't feel like doing nothing, a lot of people are living in that. What I call that is comfort zone. What the comfort zone is, if you never heard of it, and I know I love my definition, so I actually have the definition for you. So comfort zone is a psychological state or a range of behaviors and activities that are used to avoid anxiety and risk and to maintain a steady level of performance. You're pretty much stuck into one way of doing things. Your routine is exactly the same. You do things over and over, and you don't try to really go outside of that box, because outside of the box you have risk, you have uncertainty. Staying in that comfort zone, you know exactly what's going to happen. You're not going to extend yourself too much left, not going to extend yourself too much right, because you want to stay in this comfort zone because you know exactly everything that's going to happen in your life. So how do you know you're in a comfort zone? So you're in a comfort zone is, an example is, you're working a job you hate. You're pretty much just going with the flow. You don't think about looking for other jobs. You don't think about trying to get a promotion or move up or try to have a side business to get out of that job. You're going with routine. You got that job. You're going to go with the flow. The boss says come in at 8. You're going to come in at 8. You leave at 5. Leave at 5. You know you're going to be in that same routine because that's your comfort zone. You know you're going to get paid every two weeks. You hate the job, but you don't care. You're going to continuously do it. Another way you know you're in a comfort zone, for example, you want to lose weight. A lot of people try to avoid weight. They don't want to talk about weight. Weight's a sensitive topic. It's not a sensitive topic. It's a sensitive topic because you don't want to talk about it, because you're not in the shape you want to be. That's why it's a sensitive topic. Weight is nothing. Everybody, weight's nothing that you have to be embarrassed about. If you want to change it, change it. If you don't, you don't. But comfort zone is, you want to change it. You want to lose weight. You want your body to be better, but you don't feel like working out. You don't want to get out of that box of, I come home off the work, I'm tired, I want to turn the Netflix on and chill. That's your comfort zone. Nothing's wrong with that, but you're in a comfort zone when you don't want to go outside of that box. You don't want to grow or better yourself. Another example of comfort zone is the dating scene we have. A lot of people are introverts now. They don't want to leave the house, but they want a boyfriend or they want a girlfriend, but they don't do anything. They go to work, come home. They're not on dating apps. They're not going out in the street. They're just scrolling on social media and hoping somebody will jump in their DMs. You're in a comfort zone because you're scared to get denied. You're scared of rejection, and you don't want to get out that comfort zone because every day you're not going to get rejected because you're not going out and try. You're not going to go on these social dating apps because you don't want nobody to say, oh man, they ugly. Or, you're just kind of scared. So you rather just stay in a comfort zone. Again, nothing wrong with comfort zone. You just know that you're not going to be able to grow or get other things outside of that comfort zone, because comfort zone is it's a box, it's a square, it's a circle, whatever shape you want it to be. But to get something outside your comfort zone, you have to leave. So stay in that comfort zone. Nothing's wrong with it, but it's just going to be very difficult to get things outside of that comfort zone if you're going to stay in that comfort zone. Hopefully I can get like a little graphic of the little you are square. So I'm just going to say the good things about comfort zone. Like I said, it's not bad. Comfort zone is not bad. There are definitely benefits. One of the benefits is you have a routine. You know how your day going to start. You know how your day going to end. You don't have too many highs. You don't have too many lows because you're going to be doing the same thing. So your day is going to be very routined. You know, you wake up this time, lunch this time, dinner this time. Everything is the same because, like I said, it's in a comfort zone. So everything you would do is going to be basically, you know, the same over and over. Another good thing about being in a comfort zone is you're going to get really good at these things that you're continuously doing. For example, let's say each Thursday you make yourself a sandwich. You got the mayonnaise, you got the cheese, you got the ham, turkey. I don't eat ham, but I just said it. But ham, turkey, bologna, whatever you want to put in that thing, you're going to spread that thing really nice. You're going to slap that cheese on there. You're going to slap that turkey on there. Put that lettuce, cut that tomato perfect. Slam it on top of there. Slam the bread on top. Cut that thing perfect. You got a perfect sandwich. Why? It's because you're doing it every single Thursday. You're used to doing it. You know, if I took the knife in here at this angle, I might get too much mayonnaise. You're going to get it that right thing. You know, if I cut this tomato on this side, it's going to be bad. You're going to turn it around and cut it on the other side. You're going to know you're going to get that perfect size of tomato that you want. You're going to get the right handful of lettuce. Get on your sandwich. Isn't me perfect? So everything that you're doing, you are in your comfort zone, but you're going to be doing it at a really high level because you're continuously doing it over and over again. The same way you talk about building habits, you do something over and over time, you are going to get better. So whatever you do in that comfort zone, you're going to be an expert at it because you're doing it over and 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 over again. And another good thing about being in that comfort zone is, let's say you do kind of step out that comfort zone. For example, you are an introvert. You step outside with a couple people. Now you come back home. You know, you left. You're done with that. Now you're back home. You get a chance to recharge. You're an introvert. You're not used to being around people. They have a little dinner with friends at work. They have a little happy hour thing. You go to it. You know, you hang out for a little bit. You come home. That was a lot. Now you have time to recharge again. You stepped outside that box for a little bit. Man, it was cold. It was chilly out here. You get back in the house. You know, you got your comforters on. You good again. So it's a great chance of recharging. Of you get out of your box a little bit. Now you have that comfort zone to step right back into if you walked away a little too far. Now you're, you know, back in that comfort zone and you're good to go. Now you're recharging. Now you're ready to, if you want, step back out of that comfort zone again. You're going to have that comfort zone to be able to get you to recharge, to be able to get back to normal. And one more thing that's great about being in the comfort zone, your confidence level. Your confidence level is going to be up here. Anything you try, you're going to be successful at it because you've done it over and 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 over again. So you're going to be very successful because you've been doing this thing so many times. Your confidence level is good. You know, on Thursday, when it's Sandwich Thursday, you know you about to make a bomb sandwich. You don't even got to think about it because you've been doing it for the last 3 years, you know? And you cut down your risk as well. You cut your risk down of making mistakes because you know you can make that sandwich. That sandwich is the sandwich you want. Somebody says, yo, can I get a sandwich? Yes. Because I know I can make a bomb sandwich because I've been doing it every single Thursday for the last 7 years. You know? I'm sorry. But like I said, nothing's bad about being in that comfort zone. It's going to be very routine. If that's what you like, yo, kudos to you. Everybody's different. Everybody's different. I'm not a big fan of just doing the same thing over and over again because I get bored easily. But if that's what you do, you're good to go. You're in that comfort zone. Life is perfect because you know you're going to be super successful. You know you're not going to have a lot of risk. You have somewhere to fall back on if you do step outside of that comfort zone. And it's routine. You know exactly how your day going to start and how your day is going to end. But now on the flip side, we have bad things about being on the comfort zone. And are y'all ready for this? Because this, if you like being in that comfort zone, this might kind of change your view about that just a little bit. So just prep yourself. And if you are in your comfort zone, you don't want to change, turn it off now. I want views. I want all this stuff. But if you're comfortable, and this is, I don't want to get you outside your comfort zone, because listening to this part of this podcast is going to get you out of that comfort zone. So if you don't want to change, turn it off now. I'm going to see you next episode, because this might be too much for you. So I'm going to just give you a chance to turn it off and do what you got to do, because like I said, this part of the podcast might be a little too much. Little too much. All right. So if you stay, you here to change. You here to get ready to get out your comfort zone. So one of the bad things about being in that comfort zone, you don't learn anything new. Like I said, you have the same routine of you wake up, you eat lunch, Friday, everything is the same. You making that same sandwich every Thursday. You don't learn nothing new. So now, instead of a turkey and cheese sandwich, somebody says, yo, can I get a bologna and provolone sandwich? Oh my gosh. Yo, I don't know how to make that. I don't know how to make that. Instead of tomato, they want hot sauce or something. I don't know. I don't need sandwiches. But instead of regular bread, they want wheat bread. They want you to slice the bread. You know, they want hoagie bread instead of sliced bread. Oh, buddy, I don't know how to do that. I'm sorry. Like, I got you on the regular turkey and cheese, lettuce and tomato, but I don't know how to do no provolone. I don't mess with that bologna stuff. You know, you don't get a chance to learn that new stuff. So you could be a great sandwich maker. Just change it up every Thursday. You don't got to do the same thing over and over again. Step out once a week, make a different type of sandwich. Now, next thing you know, somebody comes at you with something random. Yo, I'm good at that. I'm an expert sandwich maker, because not only do I just make turkey and cheese, I got the provolone, I got the Swiss, I got the ham, I got the chicken, I got the roast beef. You know what I'm saying? We got the beefs. Or no, how's it go? We got the meats. So you have so many different chances to learn different things, but you have to get out that comfort zone. You can't do the same thing over and over again. And another bad thing about comfort zones, complacency. You feel like, yo, I'm perfect. Like I said, your confidence level is through the roof. Everything you can do, you don't grow. You can't grow like that, because you're not trying new things. The only way to grow is to try new things. Think of an infant, for example. Like, I have a niece and nephew. Yo, they walking, they talking. My niece is trying to do everything I'm doing. She's playing with my camera when I have my camera. Yo, right now, children are sponges. They want to learn as much as they can. Whatever you got going on, they want to know how to do it as well. Because they want to learn. They want to grow. They're not going to stay. They don't want to stay Google Gaga crawling on the floor, you feeding them having a poop in their pants. Like, my niece, she makes a mess of herself. She's pointing her pamper like, yo, like, somebody come change this thing. I'm not trying to stay the same. I don't want this in my pamper. I want to change. I want to grow. At one point, now she's going to be in a potty by herself, because I don't want stuff in. I don't want to walk around with this. So I'm going to have to learn how to get potty trained, so I don't have this problem ever again. You know, and that's the same thing in your life. You have, your same days over and over. You want to learn, you want to grow, depending on what you want to grow in. You're going to have to try new things. You're going to have to fail. No risk, no reward. So if you don't try any things, you don't have any opportunity of failing, you have no opportunity to get the rewards. The more money you put in, the more money you're going to get. Think about the stock market. The more money you put in, the more money you get. If you get $10 in the stock market and it goes up 10%, you made $1. You put $100 in there, it goes up 10%, you made $10. You put $10,000 in there, it goes up 10%, you made $1,000. I said 10,000, right? 10,000, 1,000. Yeah. Yeah, you make $1,000. So you can put your $10 in there every day, you're going to get $1. And that same dollar you get, somebody's out there putting $10,000 in and they get $1,000 back in return, because they're risking more. The more you risk in your life, the more you're going to get. So you might fail. That $10,000 they put in, they might lose all that money, but they have no opportunity of getting that $1,000 back unless they put that $10,000. You can put that $10 in, lose all your $10. You don't care about that, but you never have the opportunity of getting that $1,000 back. Your biggest opportunity is to get $1 back, and the dollar store is $1.25 now, so you really can't do much with that. And a cool thing about getting out your comfort zone and trying new things, your comfort zone gets bigger. So now, instead of this little box, now you got a bigger box. because now you're learning more things. We can go back to sandwiches. I don't know if I'm hungry or what, but go back to sandwiches. Now, like I said, instead of that turkey and cheese, you know how to make a lot more. For example, for me, I'm creating a podcast. Before, the only thing I was doing was doing the audio version. We're just doing audio. Now I have video. Now I have lights. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 lights. Why? Because I've been trying new things, trying to see if make it look better. So now I have 4 lights in front of me. Before I had 1 light. Before I had the bright lights on. I want it to be more cinematic. I want it to feel like a movie when you're watching this thing. I might have it zoom in here. I want more things, but I had to try. I had to fail. Now I'm more comfortable in front of a camera. I know how to get the lighting. Why? Because I was stepping out of my comfort zone. I didn't just say podcast or audio only. We don't do video for podcasts. You have to expand. Like I said in the beginning of the podcast, my mom would rather watch the podcast than listen to it. So if I didn't say I'm stepping out of my comfort zone and add video to it, guess what? I would have lost basically my biggest supporter, my mother, to listen to the podcast because I didn't want to step out my comfort zone. So now that my comfort zone is expanded out of this small box, it's a bigger box now. And you can do the same thing in your life. Think of something that it doesn't even have to be super crazy. Something that you do that you're super comfortable. Get that, try it a little differently, expand it out a little more. Let's start saying, I'm comfortable making money. That's how you expand your comfort zone. Right now, you just making ends meet. You living paycheck to paycheck. Say, I'm comfortable making money. You stepped out of the comfort zone. Now you're comfortable making money. Now making money is nothing. You have to try. You have to try different things to get to that level of comfort. But that's what you want to be. You want to be comfortable making money. You want to be a content creator. You want to be comfortable getting in front of the camera. You want to be comfortable recording your voice. You want to be comfortable taking pictures. Whatever you want to do, you have to go out and try it for the first time. If you fail, nobody's going to care. Failing is a part of the process. I failed at so many things, no one cares. So you can do something, fail, but just know after a while, you're going to get better at it. People look at me now to be able to edit videos, being a podcaster. I didn't start like that. The first podcast I've ever done, it wasn't great. It was not great. It was pretty amateur. But after time, you're listening, you're learning from what you're doing. Now, I'm comfortable in front of a mic. I can do this all day, basically. But it didn't start like that. You have to start that little step outside that comfort zone. Then you grow. And now next thing you know, you comfortable doing a podcast. You comfortable making money. You comfortable doing whatever you put your mind to. And I have a couple movie suggestions for you to see examples of people coming out of their comfort zone. I just want to start with Hitch. So Hitch was a movie with Will Smith. He has called himself the Love Doctor, where he's basically a matchmaker. He's helping this guy get out of his comfort zone so he can get the girl. So, you think about you're trying to date somebody, you kind of scared to approach him, you kind of scared to be yourself. Watching that movie, he got out of his comfort zone where he was legit being himself, and he ended up getting a girl. Why? Because he stepped out of his comfort zone and actually tried it, and then he ended up being himself, and then she liked him for him. So what you have to do is be willing to slowly get out that comfort zone. For Hitch, for example, he was in his comfort zone. He's himself, but the stepping out of that comfort zone is talking to this woman that he had a crush on. And he would never be able to show her who he is in his comfort zone if he didn't actually step out of his comfort zone to do it. Another movie example, Yes Man by Jim Carrey was the actor. Basically, he's living his routine life, going to work, hate his job. And he went to a seminar where the guy was saying any opportunity that he had to say yes to, he had to say yes. So if somebody said, let's go out for drinks after work, he has to say yes. Anything that came up, he has to say yes to. And basically he did it and his life changed. He ended up meeting a girl. He ended up doing so many things that he never thought about doing. His life was going in a different direction. It didn't end up great because, you can't say yes to everything. Your life is going to be in shambles. But he was able to slowly get out that comfort zone and do things that he never would thought about doing. It's a pretty good movie. So watch the Hitch movie. Watch that movie. The last movie is Fight Club. I don't remember who the actors are, but basically this guy pretty much close to Yes Man, where he was just living, he's working, pretty much not really doing anything special. He ended up meeting this guy. He ended up starting a fight club, and the fight club is all over the world. I don't want to kill the movie, but it was a great movie. and it's just him coming out of his comfort zone. And I don't want to kill it. Like, I'm not going to say too much about it, but that movie was really good. I think out of those three, I think I would pick that movie. But if you're not into fighting and stuff, Hitch, Yes Man. But those are just examples of stepping out of your comfort zone. So in conclusion, I just want to leave y'all with this story of getting out of your comfort zone. We have a chef that's trying to cook frogs. People eat frogs out here. I don't. But the chef is trying to cook some frogs. And he has this boiling water. He boils the water. He has the frog, throws the frog in the boiling water. The frog is like, yo, this is hot, jumps out the boiling water and runs away. But he has another frog. So what he does this time, he decides to change it up. He said, instead of putting that frog in boiling water, I'm going to put the frog in cold water. So he puts the frog in cold water. The frog is sitting in the water, chilling. Everything is fine. Now the chef slowly turns up that water. Slowly turns up that water. The frog is sitting in that water, comfortable, chilling. Nothing is going on. He's cool. Next you know, before you know it, the frog is boiling alive. The frog was so comfortable with that water, even though it changed a little bit, he was fine with it until he ended up being burned to death. So that's the same thing about you in your comfort zone. You're in your comfort zone. Life is changing around you. You're in that comfort zone. You're comfortable. Everything is cool. Life is constantly changing around you. You don't change. After a while, something drastic is going to happen. You can jump. You can do what you got to do. But if life is slowly changing around you and you're not changing, next thing you know, you're going to be in trouble. Next thing you know, you're going to be boiling alive because you thought you can stay in that comfort zone without changing and everything was going to be okay. And it doesn't work like that. So you have to make sure you step out of that comfort zone before everything around you changes and now it's too late and you boiled alive in that water. Okay? So that's what I'm going to leave you with. My name is Jelan Abrams. This is Unknown and Talented. And leave in the comments, because now we know you have a YouTube, leave in the comments what you're going to do this week to step out of your comfort zone. Even if it's just one thing. Just leave it in the comment section and we could talk about it. Hit me in the DMs, hit me up, whatever. Everything is Jelan Abrams. And we can go from there. But again, I'm Jelan Abrams, Unknown and Talented. You can see you next week.